The Fort Sask case that we worked in reference to Swift Runner was one of my cases that I'd been passionate about for a while. It's a notorious case. It is forever in the annals of Canadian history, this case of a man who obliterated his entire family, ate some of them, and did all under the claim, I'll say, because we have no way of substantiating or discrediting the claim, but he did it all under the claim of being possessed by a very strong force, a force that I'm not going to echo the name, I'm not going to say the name right now in this space, but it was chilling to actually connect with him. Because here you have this individual who claims to have been taken over by this energy, but at the end of the day, he killed and ate his family. It's a very, very, different kind of evil, quote unquote, and I'm using very sort of Western terms there, I think. If the act of murder as it took place by Swift Runner, if it actually did happen because he was possessed by this energy, then that is incredibly terrifying. And really that concept, that idea is one of the scariest things that I think we've encountered in 8 seasons on this show.
We were in Fort Saskatchewan and we had the opportunity to investigate, a really neat piece of history. Being in a place like the fort, it really takes you back in time and you actually feel like you've been transported into the past. Now, we had gone there to investigate the infamous story of Swift Runner. It's quite an intense story. I'm very hesitant to even speak of the name of the being, the spirit that Swift Runner was saying influenced him to potentially kill his family, or in his words, in his perspective, that he had witnessed killing his own family. When we go to these investigations with such an infamous story, there can be a little bit of doubt as to whether or not we're going to be able to make contact with that spirit. Now, the fort was a place where Swift Runner had been executed, but they came forward and said, no, it wasn't me, basically declaring their innocence, even in the afterlife, in the spiritual sense. And still kind of gives me chills thinking about what happened there, thinking about that spirit that was involved there.
But we did get to Fort Saskatchewan, and it was about Swift Runner and Wendigo, that's the cannibal. Yes, I think that he did what the courts say in that, and I think in the end he admitted, yes, I did. But he still maintained that it was the spirit of Wendigo that made him do it, and I tend to believe that. Because those kind of spirits they serve a purpose. I don't use the word evil or anything like that. They all have a purpose, as Wendigo has a purpose.